I get this question from people all the time. Andrea, I was doing really good with manifesting. I was manifesting a bunch of stuff really fast. It was going great. And then something happened and now my luck has changed and I'm not manifesting well anymore. How do I get back? How do I get back into that manifesting zone? Now, I love this question. I think it's something that anyone who's been manifesting for a while intentionally has seen before. And the great news is that it is something that is super easy to correct. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you why this happens. And then, more importantly, I'm going to give you a super easy way that you can get your manifesting mojo back today. Okay, and so we're going to go ahead and jump on in and make sure, of course, to watch till the end of the video so you get that trick. But let's start off with explaining why this happens, because if you understand why this happens, it's going to be easier for you to stay on fire and not fall out of it in the first place. Okay, and so let's talk about why you get on fire in the first place. So why do you end up in those positions where all of a sudden you're just manifesting, okay? How does that happen? Because I know this happens to a lot of people. This has happened to me before. I remember, when I first learned about the law of attraction and I started seeing it working, I was so excited. And it was like a really magical period of time where just a bunch of stuff was happening that was so crazy and so different from what I was expecting. And it really knocked me off my feet. And then I ended up falling out of it and, I kind of crashed and burned. But that moment of time when I was on fire, what created that? Why did that happen? Now, that phenomenon, when you really get on fire, has everything to do with your attention on your success. Okay, so what ends up happening is, let's say that you manifest something. Okay, maybe it's something small, maybe it's something big, but something happens. And you celebrate it. And you have that moment where you really feel powerful. Like, look what I just did. Look, I'm manifesting. Look at me go. This is amazing. Okay. When you do that, you put out a vibration into the universe that says, I'm good at manifesting. I'm successful at manifesting. Things that I want are coming my way. And the law of attraction is always going to give you what you're putting out. So if you have a success and you get excited about it, you attract more success. And then you attract more success and more success and more success. It's kind of like when you watch a sports game. Okay, so I like watching basketball sometimes. I don't know, what kind of sport do you like watching? I like watching basketball. And sometimes you'll see this where all of a sudden there's a really good moment in the game and a team that was behind, suddenly they get a 3-point or something happens and the feeling of the game for them just changes. That one little success suddenly turns into another and another. And then suddenly the underdog team ends up totally overtaking the team that was going to kill them. Okay. And it's all because they got wrapped up into that momentum. Have you ever seen that in a game before where an underdog suddenly has a great play and then all of a sudden the team gets hyped up and they start having more success and more success and more success. And then they suddenly win the game. Well, that's that dynamic right there of getting on fire. And so when you have that moment with your manifesting where you start celebrating, look at me manifesting, look at me go, I'm a manifesting master, I'm a magician, I'm amazing. Well, you're going to get more and more and more. That's why you get in those on fire type manifesting situations. Now, I'd love to hear from you. When was the last time that you were on fire with your manifesting? What all did you manifest? What all kinds of successes did you have? If you would, please go ahead and take a moment and jot down your story below in the comments. I love reading them personally, and it's also great for the other viewers to see your story so they can see how many different ways that this can happen. So please go ahead and tell me, when was the last time you were on fire and what all did you manifest? So this is how you get on fire, right? Paying attention to your success. Now, what happens when you lose your mojo? What happens when suddenly your luck turns and you totally get kicked out of the vortex and now instead of manifesting good stuff, you're not manifesting anything or you're manifesting terrible stuff? What happens? Well, it's essentially the reverse of the on fire dynamic. Essentially, you start paying attention to it not working out. Now, very frequently, and I know that me personally, I was super guilty of this. So if you've been guilty of this, let me know. Okay. I think this one's really common. A lot of people have this concern. Things are going too good. Things are going too good. My luck never lasts. It always runs out. And so sometimes when somebody really gets going, those little doubts start creeping in. Okay. My luck always runs out. You know, there's good times and bad times. You know, when things go good, then they go bad. If those little thoughts start creeping up, those right there can suddenly totally change your luck. And you can start faltering. And instead of manifesting good things, you start manifesting bad things. And then you start focusing on, my luck has run out. This is no good. I don't know what I'm doing. Why do things never work out for me? And as soon as that becomes the message that you're putting out, instead of manifesting all kinds of good stuff, you're manifesting all kinds of trash. Okay. That's what happens. Okay. So the first thing to understand there is if you really want to get good at staying in the manifesting zone, those kind of thoughts have got to go. Okay. Now it may take you a while to train them out of your mind, and that's okay, because again, I'm going to give you a really simple tip in this video that's going to help you turn it around even if you get kicked out. Okay. But to stay in the zone, really want to start getting rid of that idea that you have to have bad luck or that the good stuff has to end. It doesn't have to end. Okay. The only reason that happens is because you start thinking it's going to happen, and then it starts happening and you start worrying about it happening, and it gets worse and worse and worse. Okay. So this is really just a game about staying tuned into that on fire vibration and not allowing yourself to really look back here and say, I'm waiting for the bad stuff. I'm waiting for the bad stuff. Always want to be directing back over here. I'm good at manifesting. Things can work out. Things could be lucky for me all the time. You want to start to think of things that way. So if you have any of those residual thoughts about when things go too good, then something bad happens, that's a little mantra you want to start eradicating as much as possible, simply by reminding yourself when you think it, you know what? Things could stay good forever. Things could continue to get better and better. Things always do get better and better for me. Give that thought process more airtime. And that little doubt voice that kicks you out will get smaller and smaller and smaller and easier for you to ignore. And once it's really easy for you to ignore, you're going to find it's super simple to stay in that manifesting zone where things keep coming to you. All right. Now I've got a really great trick here to get your manifesting mojo turned around today. But first, because I love putting in a cliffhanger, if you enjoy law of attraction videos that teach you how to manifest the life of your dreams, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And of course, go ahead and turn on the handy notification bell. I put out content like this every single week, and I know you're going to love it. All right, but let's jump into the hack. Okay, here's the hack. Now, if you have gotten kicked out of the manifesting zone, maybe things are kind of boring, maybe you're manifesting trash, okay? But things are not going the way you want them to, and you want to get back into that place. What we want to do is you want to harness the power of momentum. Momentum. Law of attraction loves momentum. And so just like there's that on fire focus of success, we want to cultivate that kind of on a small, easy to manage level, and then just drum it up until you get yourself back on fire. And it's pretty simple. Okay. It's actually very simple. What I want you to do is I want you to find some things that you can be successful at easily. So small little projects, you know, maybe like cleaning up your desk. Okay. Or small little projects at work that you could get done. Maybe making your hair appointment. One that I really like is like puzzles or games. Puzzles are great. I don't know how people like puzzles. I'm kind of a nerd. I like getting like those big puzzles. And so sometimes I'll get like a 1,000-piece puzzle and I'll just slap it on the dining room table and I'll go to town on it. And there's something about clicking the little pieces together that gives you that moment of, I just had a success. Look at my success. Look at me go. I'm getting this. I'm getting this. I'm getting this. I'm getting this. That's a really great way to focus on, I'm successful. I'm doing what I want. I'm getting good results. And so that's a really simple thing that you can do to start drumming the tune of, I'm having success. I'm making progress. Things are going my way. And again, you start with little things like that. Now, if you take today and you start doing this, you're going to notice that at first you're kind of manually creating the positive. Okay. So I put the puzzle piece in, I cleared out my inbox, but you're rewarding yourself that I'm being successful. I'm making progress. You will start to see that once that clicks in, some little things will start just appearing, manifesting in your reality. Maybe the sun comes out. Maybe someone sends you a really nice text. Maybe you get an invitation to a party. Maybe you find $5 on the ground. Because what's going to happen is as you're focusing on I am successful, you're going to start attracting more things that make you feel successful. Now, when you start manifesting these little things, I want you to get excited about them. Just like that underdog basketball team that gets the shot. Oh, I just got the shot. We're on fire. Look at me go. I'm manifesting sunshine and nice text messages and invitations and $5. And you start getting into that zone. Now, play this game for a day, 1 day, less than a day even. I mean, you could do this for just a few hours and you're going to get things really drummed up to where you start manifesting positive results for things that you actually really want. Okay, it's a very simple thing. If I ever find myself in the doldrums or getting kicked out, love playing this game. It gets me right back on top very, very quickly. So I've got 3 questions for you. Number 1, have you enjoyed this video so far? Number 2, have you learned anything about the law of attraction today that is useful to you? And number 3, does my style of teaching resonate with you? If you answered yes to all 3 of those questions, you'd be a great fit for some of my law of attraction courses. If you'd like to go more in depth and learn how to manifest specific things that you want, I've got over 45 different downloads and courses that you can take. And I've got all that linked up below in the description. So feel free to go ahead and check all those out and see if you're interested in any of them. Additionally, if you are new to my work, I would love to invite you to take my law of attraction test. If you would like to know for sure that you, yes you, really are the creator of your reality, I've designed a very simple, very quick 5-minute test where you can prove it to yourself. Put something out and watch it come back. And to take that test now, please go to manifestingtest.com. Again, that's manifestingtest.com. I'll also go ahead and put a link below in the description to that test, but manifestingtest.com is the direct link. Thanks so much for watching today's video on how to get back into the manifesting zone. I really hope that you enjoyed it. And of course, I look forward to bringing you another video soon. Bye-bye.